Okay, so welcome everybody. We are going to discuss Canvas discussions, which is a forum feature in Canvas. And you can see in my class, I'm in the modules section of the course. And I have, is this the right one? Yes, it is. I have several modules, and one of them has a discussion in it. Now you can also, if I click on it, it'll take me right into the discussion. But you can also access discussions by going to the discussions tab, and it will list all of the discussions that are in the course, the ones that are in the modules, the ones that maybe not be in a module, but are just in the list of discussions. So the discussions page is just separated into pinned discussions, which are discussions that are always going to be at the top, and then the discussions which appear, the most recently created discussion will appear at the top of this list, and any closed discussions will be down at the bottom. So if I want to unpin this one that's at the top, I would go to the vertical ellipsis on the right and unpin it. So it'll take it down to the discussions tab. If I want to pin this one up at the top to ensure that everybody who comes to this page will see this discussion, I can just drag it up to the top. And you will be able to access discussions through modules and through the discussions page. So I'm going to go into one of the discussions and show you some of the features, because you can make discussions very interactive. They aren't just a wall of text where people post things. You can have graded discussions that have a lot of media in them. And you can see here people have replied. They've included videos from YouTube. They've included images. And you can have threaded replies. So somebody can reply to a reply and have pretty lively debates, both visually, auditorily, and through video as well. So I'm going to show you the way to create a discussion and then how you would respond. So I'm going to go back into discussions, and I'm going to go up to this discussions tab up here. You can also create a discussion in a module by just going to the module plus tab right here and select discussion, and then new topic, and you would title it. So I'll say this one, and then I'll add item. Okay, now I click on this. It will take me right into the discussion, but there's nothing in the discussion. I have to edit it. So you'll see that I would then put the media in. So I would say the biology of giggles. Okay, and then you can see your rich content editor is very much like a Word document at the top, but it also has some icons in the bar below it. Some of them are duplicates. So for example, if I wanted to insert something, I can insert an image, but I can also insert an image by going to this icon here. Click on the arrow and you can upload an image. If you upload the image, you don't actually have to upload it from your computer. You can click on Unsplash, which is a photo reservoir, and I would type in tickling rats biology. And here I have some images of scientists, and I'll submit that. And I can change the size of it. There we go. And enter so that it's below the text. Also, let's see, now enter. And you can see my cursor is down below the image. So if I wanted to add some media, I would go to this plug. This is the apps feature. And you would go to the arrow and select, I can view all, and I can have a look at all of the media or all of the apps that I have access to. So if I wanted to integrate a TechSmith Relay video that's in my TechSmith library, I could do that. I could use a Vimeo video, or I can go to YouTube I can use Microsoft 365, Google Apps. You can even use some of Canvas Commons material. So I'm going to go into YouTube. So I'm going to click on that, and it'll take me into YouTube. And I'm going to type in tickling rats for science and press enter. And here we have some videos that I can embed into my discussion. So I think I'll use this one. And I'm going to click on the arrow, and it says embed small. I usually embed small tiles. So I'll click on that. And here it is, a video about the biology of tickling rats. So you can then add more text or more images. You can also, let's see, record media. So you click on record media and you go to record. Because I'm in a Zoom meeting, I cannot see the video, but what I can do is do an audio. So I'll go to webcam, no video. Hi class, I would like you to watch these videos and we will have a discussion about the biology of tickling rats. Okay. Now you can title it discussion. Okay. And now you have an audio prompt. My recommendation when you are creating discussions is to include the requirement that all students respond to at least 2 of their classmates. So post a response to these videos and respond to 2 of your classmates. Okay, so now that I have my stimulus post, I'm going to go down and I'm going to allow threaded replies, which means that students can respond to each other. I'm going to make sure that the users must post before seeing replies. So they can't go into the discussion and pick up ideas from their classmates. They have to go do the research first and then post. Then they can respond to their classmates. And I'm going to make this a graded discussion. I do not encourage you to allow liking. That is a kind of lazy way to respond. And in an attempt to actually educate, you want them to be thinking about their responses and creating detailed responses. So in the context of a discussion, I don't encourage liking. And you can actually have a podcast feed. I have not explored much of that, but that is an option. Now I'm going to make this a group discussion. So I'm going to select from different teams. You don't have to do that with a discussion. If you don't want to divide your class up into teams, you don't have to, but it's an option. And you can create a new category. So I'm going to add team 4. You can allow self-sign-up. You can split them into a number of groups and separate the students into a certain number of students into each group if you want, or you can say, I'll create a group later. So I'm going to save. I now have several groups that I can then assign students to. I'm going to make this a possible point of 100. I'm going to have the displayed as points, and I'm going to put this in the ethics concepts module in my course or assignment group. And then you just put a date when it's due, when it's open, so available from one date and then the window would close at this date, and you can then have a due date. The due date has to be the same as the close date. I can assign it to certain people in the course or the entire course or certain sections of the course. So the default is everyone. Then I would save and publish. And here is my discussion post. So we're going to go into a discussion that has already been happening. and we're going to talk about the ethics. So let's see. So as a student in my course, I'm going to go in to discussions. I'm going to refresh. It's always a good thing to refresh. I'm going to go into the current discussion, and I'm going to reply to a classmate. The same rich content editor appears. And I can, let's see.
Since I've been a little kid, I've
Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. So let's see, you can integrate things through Nomia. Let's see, and if I can, whoops. And it takes some time for Canvas to process. I'm going to close this if I can. There we go. Cancel. Okay. Okay. So it takes you right into your Relay library if you click on that icon. And Relay is a very big program. So it does take a few seconds for things to appear. Let's see. I can add a link. Let's see. Yeah, external link. I can add a link by putting in the text and then the content, the link itself. I'm going to close. And let's see what else I can do. You can upload documents as well to a post if you want to support your argument. And this vertical ellipsis gives you more icon features. And if you hover your mouse over, it will tell you exactly what this means. You can insert math equations if you want to into a discussion forum. So if I clicked on that, it'll give me an interface where I can put in a lot of different symbols. So, and you can insert the equation. So even math classes can have pretty lively discussions using discussions. Let's click on this. This allows you to edit like you would in Word right here. And I believe, oh yeah, this will clear formatting. So if you're having formatting problems, this will take all of the formatting, such as the point size, the paragraph, the bold, the italics, all of that will be stripped away from the text. So that's a very convenient feature if you're having trouble formatting your material, your text very well. I'm going to make a video response to my classmate. So I'm going to go back into the plug icon. Oh, actually, no. No, I'm going to make a record. I'm going to record a response. Now, when you have upload media, you can drag and drop things into, say, pre-recorded media. You can drag and drop it into the discussion interface. Let's see. I'm going to, and if I were to do that, I would click on this, and it'll take me into my hard drive. I'm going to click on, I know that I have some audio files, so I'm going to select all types, all files. Let's see, I think maybe it's F, there it is. Okay, now we'll do that one. And I have an audio file, and let's see if I can shift. No, I can only do one at a time. So I'm going to put in a response, and now I'm going to press submit. And now I've uploaded a document from my computer in response to someone else's discussion post. And I can say, even animals, let's see, other than rats, make vocalizations. There. Now I'm going to post the reply. And here you can see I've replied to Elaine. Let's See, and I'll go back into discussions. One thing also I want to point out is that these tell you the number of unread replies, the number of total replies, and this means you've subscribed to the feed. So you're going to get a notification when somebody posts. And so students have that feature. Let's see what's up here. Oh yeah. Now, as the instructor, I'm going to go back into discussions. And I can add rubrics to a discussion. So if I have a graded discussion, I don't think I've added a rubric to this one. So I'm going to go in here. You click on the ethics. You go up to the vertical ellipsis and you select show rubric. This has been assigned a rubric. So I need to find a discussion that has not been assigned a rubric, which I think maybe it's this one, but probably is this one. So I'm going to click on this one. And I go up to the vertical ellipsis and I go to add rubric. We have a pre-made rubric here at St. Rose for discussion posts and for grading discussions. You would go to find rubric. You can actually create your own rubric here. You can title it here. You can add criteria and such, but I'm going to just find a rubric. And you would go into the College of St. Rose. It's going to show you the ones that are in your account, but I'm going to go directly to College of St. Rose. And you will find we have, these are duplicates, but it's essentially the discussion participation rubric. You would click use this rubric. And now this discussion is going to be graded according to this rubric. And I should be able to save. Why is it not showing up here? All right, now I'm going to click out of the, I'm going to close the box. And let's see. Okay. So I believe it'll save. So if I go to discussions, there we go. So now I should be able to view rubric, show rubric. So now I know that my rubric has been attached. Discussions will appear in the speed grader. If I go to grades and I go to one of my discussions, let's see which one, the ethics of tickling rats should be, okay. So here is a discussion post that I haven't graded yet. I'm going to click on the icon, go to speed grader, and you'll see the entire post and the posts of all of this, of that one student. So if my student, Elaine, has posted her initial response and she's done a response to one of her students, her classmates, I mean, I can see the number of times she's responded and her initial post. So if I require 2 responses in one initial post, then I need to count 3. I should be able to count 3 total feedbacks, 3 total posts, I guess you'd say. So this is convenient in SpeedGrader. You can view the rubric that I've assigned the discussion to have, and I can then give points. I'd say that she got 2 out of 2 and 1 out of 2, and then 2, and then there should be a save. You click on save. And now you can see that she's gotten she's gotten full credit for this one, but not full credit for this one, for this criteria. So the speed grader is also very convenient when you are grading a graded discussion. Let's see, and I would give her a 90 out of 100. And because I've hidden this, I'm not automatically posting this grade, it's hidden. It's telling me that I need to remember to post this grade so that Elaine can see her grade. Okay. So let's go back to discussions. Let's see. And you can pin and unpin using the vertical ellipsis as well. These features appear in several areas of Canvas. You can copy to a course or send to another course. And you can also delete your discussions if you need to. And also close for comments. If I want to close this, it'll appear down here as a discussion that has been closed, and students cannot then add anything else. So that sums up the training. Thanks for watching. Okay.